This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. This is the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. It's a laptop that came out about a year ago now, and man, let me tell you, I really wish this laptop was on the market a couple years ago when I was searching for a new laptop. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the G14 and basically more or less tell you why I think this is the best laptop to get for your money, no matter what you're using it for. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Starting with the unboxing, there's really not much to it. You got the power brick and the power cord. You get the laptop itself, a good addition to have. And then you get some documentation that we definitely won't be needing. As the name implies, the G14 is a 14-inch gaming laptop. This model is equipped with a Ryzen 9 4900HS CPU, an RTX 2060 Max Q GPU, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM at 3200 megahertz, and a 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD for storage. The laptop's 14-inch IPS display is available in 1080p at 60 Hz, 1080p at 120 Hz, and 4K at 60 Hz. This particular model is the 120 Hz variant, and I do think this is the best option to go with, but we'll talk about that later. For the I/O, you have a DC in for the 180 watt charger, an HDMI 2.0 port, 2 USB-C ports, and 2 USB-A Gen 2 ports. The G14 is mostly made out of a magnesium alloy, giving it a sort of plasticky feel, although it doesn't feel cheap by any means. It feels very sturdy, very well built, something that you would come to expect from a all aluminum constructed laptop. Weighing in at just about 3.5 pounds, this thing is super light, super easy to travel with, thin enough to easily throw into a backpack. And unlike a lot of other gaming laptops, I find this thing super easy to just carry around. It feels portable, go figure, it's a laptop. You know, it's not super bulky and beefy. I can carry it with one hand, it's not super heavy. It's no LG Gram or anything like that, but it is a powerhouse laptop, and it's thin and light enough to the point where I can use it casually like a normal laptop. The keyboard on this laptop is really quite nice. The keys are large enough and well spaced out, making for easy typing and have a very satisfying travel distance. I also appreciate how the spacebar has this asymmetrical shape, making certain actions like jumping much more convenient when playing certain games, especially FPSs. There's also a nice white backlighting, which you can dim with the up and down arrow keys. Fans of RGB may be disappointed by this, but I actually really like the white backlighting. It's very classy and not obnoxious and in your face. The speakers on the G14 I would classify as fine for what they are. It has a combination of upward firing speakers as well as down firing woofers. My only criticism with this is that I wish the upward firing speakers were just a tad higher up, because my left hand seems to cover the speaker a lot when I'm using it. The G14 also has a Microsoft Precision trackpad and is honestly one of the best I've ever used. I would go as far as to say that it's almost at the same level as a MacBook trackpad. It's really quite good. Excellent job on the Asus team for that. The battery life on this thing is also very impressive. While using the laptop for general productivity and surfing the web, I was able to get 9 hours of work done on a single charge. Just don't expect that kind of battery life if you're doing some serious gaming. When it comes to upgrading the system, you can easily swap out the M.2 here, no problem, if you want to upgrade the storage later. You can upgrade the RAM pretty easily as well, although there are a few caveats and things to be aware of. As I said before, this particular model has 16 gigabytes of RAM, but 8 gigabytes of the RAM is soldered onto the board. So if you wanted to upgrade it, the only thing you could really do is swap out the one 8 gig stick. And if you decided to replace that 8 gig stick in the future with something bigger, just be sure that it's 3200 megahertz so you can utilize the dual channel capabilities. My only real gripe with this laptop is that it can get pretty loud sometimes with the fan noise. The G14 does have certain preset fan profiles. One of those profiles is turbo, which you can only access when the laptop is plugged in. And honestly, I just wouldn't recommend using this because if you set it to turbo, it gets comically loud. You're gonna need headphones for it, and you're not gonna want people near you because it's just embarrassingly loud. It does help the thermals of the laptop, but it hasn't affected my experience enough when gaming to really justify using that setting. I'll just set it to performance mode and call it a day. Alright, so this is a gaming laptop after all. Let's talk about gaming. The G14 handles excellent with pretty much anything that I throw at it. The Ryzen 9 and the 2060 Max Q pair excellent with a 1080p screen, allowing me to play most games at max settings with very respectable frame rates. Being that it's an IPS screen, colors and viewing angles are excellent, and like I said before, I think the 1080p 120Hz option is the best route to go. Given that it's a 2060, I don't think I would be having as good of an experience with a 4K screen. When we're talking about a screen size this small, 4K is kind of pointless in my opinion. At the average viewing distance that you are from your laptop, having a screen that small doesn't really benefit from the higher resolution. Having the 1080p variant allows you to run the games at better settings and higher frame rates, and thanks to this 120Hz refresh rate, staying competitive in games like Overwatch, Apex Legends, or Call of Duty Warzone are totally doable. I was even able to connect my Oculus Quest 2 to the G14 and play some Half-Life Alyx with a pretty smooth experience. As far as thermals go, the system stayed relatively cool. I didn't experience any performance issues due to thermal throttling. It stays cool enough to handle everything that I throw at it just fine, but this is a gaming laptop, so don't expect it to feel cold to the touch or anything like that. You should expect it to feel warm on your hands if you're using it for a lengthy session. Alright, so like I said in the beginning of this video, this laptop has been around for about a year now, and there's now a 30 series variant of the G14. If you have the extra cash and you can find one available, go ahead and pick up the 3060 model. It's going to have just as good a performance, obviously a little bit better just because of the new Ryzen chip and the 3060 in there. In my opinion, this laptop is still a very compelling buy, not only because it performs very well, but you can actually get it on Best Buy right now for just about $1,200, which in my opinion is just a great value for what you get with this machine. For $1,200, I really don't think there's a laptop out there that can really compete with this right now. It's a gaming laptop that is stylish, thin and lightweight, yet it actually performs well for gaming. It's good for productivity, good for video editing on the go. If you haven't caught on by now, this is a really good laptop, and I severely doubt that you'd be disappointed if you got one for yourself. Like I said before, I really wish this was out a couple years ago when I was in the market for a new laptop. But that about does it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again so much for watching the video and checking out the channel. If you have any questions about the G14 that I didn't talk about in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to answer any questions that I can. If you like this video and want to help the channel out, the easiest thing that you can do is to drop a like on this video. This video took a lot of time to make, and leaving a like on this video will tell the YouTube algorithm to show this video to more people. Feel free to hit us up on any of our social media platforms like Twitter or Facebook. We'll leave all that info in the description down below. If you haven't yet, be sure to join our newly formed Discord community server. The Discord server is a great place to dump your favorite memes, play some games with other people, and it's the best way to stay up to date on everything that we're working on. Next to hitting that subscribe button and ring that notification bell icon, of course. But yeah, that's enough rambling on me. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Blake, and for all things tech, games, movies, to anything nerdy in between, be sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.